Hi sewing friends, welcome to my sewing room. My name is Beth, and if you're new, welcome. This is a drawer of 2-inch squares. Here in my sewing room I have a little cabinet, a plastic cabinet with drawers, and this is my 2-inch square drawer. Some pieces are put together and unfinished, but they go in here, and then there's a lot of squares that are roughly organized by color. And of course, when I use it a few times, things get a bit mixed up, but you can see the reds and the whites and some of the other colors that have stayed together. But today I'm going to be working with this bag of squares that were handed down to me from another quilter, and I have a lot of black and pink. It's all the same color, and I wanted sort of a no thinking type project, so I'm going to piece these little squares together on my old Singer sewing machine. This sewing machine is so nice and quiet. It was made in 1927. It's a Singer 99 and it has a knee lever. It is electric, but to make it go, instead of a pedal on the floor, it has a lever on the side that I push with my knee. After putting all of the squares together in 2 patches, I took those patches of 2 and I began making some 4 patches. Not really sure how big my quilt was going to be or how I would arrange my quilt blocks. After getting all of my 4 patches made, I put them up on my design wall, and I thought it would be nice to arrange them in groups of 9 on point. And there on the left, you can see I did need to make some more 4 patches that are similar in color, but the fabrics are quite different. The 2-inch squares also came from my little drawer, and now I'm going to add some squares between these 4 patches, and I'm still thinking about how it's all going to be arranged, but I cut some light pink and some creamy pink squares. My squares are 3.5 inches. At this point, I wasn't sure how my quilt was going to come together, so this was really the only block that I pieced like this. In the end, I put the quilt blocks, the 4 patches and the squares, on my floor, and I ended up piecing them in long rows for the quilt top. Here's the beginning of my quilt, and then as I was thinking how I would arrange it, I decided to add a lot of squares between those pink and black 9 patches, and I had to move to the floor because my quilt was getting larger. This quilt is laid out on point, so I'll need to sew my squares together in rows that are on the diagonal, and it really helped to have my quilt top laid out there on the floor so that I could piece it together row by row. As I pieced my rows together, I did move to my newer machine that has a thread cutter so that I would not need to chain piece these rows together. It just uses a lot more thread on that older machine, and this newer machine, like I said, has a thread cutter, so I can do one square at a time a little more easily. It took a couple of days with this quilt top on my floor before I was able to get all of those rows complete. And once all of the rows were joined, the pieces were joined, now I was able to put those rows together into a quilt top. I love the way this quilt top turned out with all that beautiful pink. And before I trim those sides to straighten the sides, I will quilt it. And actually, I may make this quilt just a little bit bigger. But before trimming the sides, I do want to quilt it so that I don't have all of those bias edges as I work. And then after it's quilted, I can straighten all of those edges. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.